Hello and welcome. If you're here, it's likely because something that felt unbreakable has broken. The pain of heartbreak is a universal human experience, a deep and disorienting wound. It can feel like your entire world has collapsed. In the midst of this pain, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers not a magic pill to erase the hurt, but something far more powerful, a timeless, robust framework for rebuilding your life from the ground up. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. This is about processing them with wisdom and emerging stronger, more resilient, and more in control of your own peace and happiness than you ever thought possible. This is the Stoic way to rebuild after heartbreak. If this message resonates with you, and you want to equip yourself with these ancient tools for modern problems, please consider subscribing to the channel. We create content like this every week to help you live a wiser and more resilient life. Let's begin the journey. 1. The foundation. Accept what is, not what you wished for. The first and most critical step in the Stoic rebuilding process is radical acceptance. Your mind is likely screaming with questions. Why did this happen? What if I had done things differently? This isn't fair. Stoicism asks us to silence these questions, not because they aren't valid, but because they're anchors tied to a past you cannot change. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, born a slave, laid the foundation of his entire philosophy on a single, powerful dichotomy. He said, "Some things are within our control, and some things are not." Your heartbreak has happened. It is a fact. It is in the past. It is now outside of your control. To fight against this reality is to be like a sailor fighting the wind and the waves. You will exhaust yourself and drown in your own sorrow. Acceptance is not approval. It does not mean you are happy about the pain. It simply means you stop arguing with reality. You look the truth squarely in the eye and say, "This is what has happened." This moment of acceptance is the solid ground on which you will build everything else. Without it, you are trying to build a new house on a foundation of quicksand. Every other Stoic practice depends on this first, courageous step of embracing what is true, rather than clinging to what you wished was true. 2. The inner citadel. Differentiate between what you can and cannot control. Heartbreak makes you feel powerless. Stoicism is a philosophy designed to give you back your power. The tool for this is the dichotomy of control, which we just introduced. Now, let's apply it directly to your situation. What is outside of your control? You cannot control the actions, feelings, or decisions of your former partner. You cannot control the past. You cannot control the fact that the relationship has ended. Wasting your mental and emotional energy on these unchangeable facts is the primary source of your ongoing suffering. Every minute you spend agonizing over someone else's choices is a minute you are not spending on your own healing. So, what is within your control? This is your empire. Your empire is your own mind. Your judgments about this event. Your values. Your actions today. Your effort. Your response to the pain. You control whether you choose to learn and grow from this experience. You control the discipline you apply to your daily routine. You control the compassion you show yourself. You control what you read, how you move your body, and the thoughts you choose to entertain. The practice is to constantly, in every moment of anguish, ask yourself, Is this within my control? If the answer is no, you consciously and deliberately release it. You redirect that precious energy inward, to your citadel, to the things you can actually influence. This is how you reclaim your agency. This is how you stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the architect of your recovery. 3. Reframe the narrative. See the obstacle as the way. Your heartbreak feels like a massive roadblock on the path to your happiness. Stoicism teaches us to see it differently. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the core of the Stoic principle of perception. You have a story about your heartbreak. Right now, it probably sounds like, "This is a terrible thing that ruined my life." But what if you could change that story? What if this pain is not a stop sign, but a redirect? What if it is a brutal but necessary teacher? Use this moment to reframe the narrative. Instead of, "I lost my partner," try, "I have been returned to myself." Instead of, "I am alone," try, "I now have the space and freedom to build a life that is truly my own." Instead of, "They hurt me," try, "This experience is teaching me about my own boundaries, my resilience, and what I truly value in a partnership." This is not naive positive thinking. It is a disciplined reorientation of your perspective to find the utility and the opportunity for growth within the difficulty. The heartbreak itself is the raw material for your transformation. It is the fire that tempers steel. By choosing to see it as a catalyst for becoming a stronger, wiser, and more complete person, you rob it of its power to destroy you and instead harness its power to rebuild you. 4. Master your emotions. You are not your feelings. In the tidal wave of grief, anger, and fear, it's easy to believe that you are your pain. Stoicism draws a crucial distinction. You are not your emotions. You are the mind that observes them. Seneca, a Stoic statesman, wrote extensively on anger and grief. He did not advise suppressing them, but rather, to step back and understand them, to prevent them from taking the helm. When a surge of sadness hits, instead of being consumed by it, practice creating a small space between you and the feeling. Observe it, name it. This is grief. Acknowledge its presence without letting it dictate your actions. Ask yourself, is this emotion serving me? Is wallowing in this sadness for the next 3 hours going to help me rebuild? Or will it keep me stuck? This is the practice of mindfulness. You allow the feeling to be there, but you do not fuel it with catastrophic stories. You see it as a storm passing through the sky of your mind. The sky is not the storm. It is the space that contains the storm. You are the sky. By mastering this inner distance, you prevent yourself from making impulsive decisions, sending the desperate text, isolating yourself for weeks, neglecting your health. That will only cause more damage. You learn to feel everything without letting your feelings rule you. 5. The practice of negative visualization. Finding security in yourself. After a heartbreak, the future can seem terrifyingly empty. You had plans, dreams, and a sense of security that is now gone. A powerful Stoic exercise called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, can help you conquer this fear. It involves mentally rehearsing the very losses you fear, not to be morbid, but to realize your own capacity to withstand them. You have already lived through one of your greatest fears, the end of a meaningful relationship. And you are still here. Use this practice going forward. Contemplate the possibility of other challenges. Understand deeply that your peace and your worth do not ultimately depend on any external person or circumstance. What if you never find another partner? Can you still live a virtuous, meaningful life? The Stoic answer is a resounding yes. By mentally walking through these scenarios, you strip the future of its power to frighten you. You realize that the worst has, in a sense, already happened, and you have the tools to survive it. This practice builds an unshakable inner security. Your happiness becomes a project that you work on from the inside out, making you immune to the inevitable ups and downs of external life. 6. Return to virtue. Rebuild your character. When a relationship ends, it's easy to lose sight of who you are. Stoicism posits that the ultimate good in life is not pleasure or comfort, but living a life of virtue. Virtue, for the Stoics, means excellence of character. It is built on the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let this period of rebuilding be a dedicated project in cultivating these virtues within yourself. Wisdom. Use this experience to learn profound lessons about love, attachment, and human nature. Seek out knowledge that will help you heal and grow. Courage. Face each day with bravery. The courage to feel the pain. The courage to get out of bed. The courage to be alone. The courage to eventually open your heart again. Justice. Treat yourself and others with fairness and kindness. Do not seek revenge or become bitter. Act with integrity in all your dealings, especially when it's difficult. Temperance. Practice self-discipline. Avoid the temptations of numbing the pain with excess. Too much alcohol, endless scrolling, rebound relationships. Exercise moderation in all things. By making the development of your character the central goal of your recovery, you give your pain a purpose. You are not just waiting for the hurt to stop, you are actively forging a stronger, more virtuous you. This is the ultimate Stoic transformation. 7. The view from above. Gaining cosmic perspective. In the throes of heartbreak, your world becomes very small. The pain is all-consuming. Marcus Aurelius frequently practiced an exercise called the view from above to regain a sane perspective. He would mentally zoom out from his immediate problems. Imagine yourself rising above your room, above your city, above the earth. See the planet as a tiny blue marble in the vastness of space. Look down on the entirety of human history, all the billions of people who have ever lived, each with their own loves, losses, joys, and heartbreaks. In this grand, cosmic scale, your heartbreak, while real and valid, is a single story among countless others. This is not to minimize your pain, but to contextualize it. You are part of the human condition. This practice helps to dissolve self-pity and the feeling that you are being uniquely targeted by the universe. It connects you to the shared experience of being human and reminds you that this, too, shall pass. It fosters a sense of humility and peace, allowing you to carry your burden with a little more grace. 8. Action over inaction. Re-engage with your duties. Grief can be paralyzing. The Stoic antidote to paralysis is purposeful action. Do not wait to feel better before you act better. The action itself will generate the feeling you seek. Re-engage with your life. Fulfill your duties, no matter how small. Your duty to your body. Feed it nutritious food, take it for a walk. Your duty to your work. Focus on a single task and do it well. Your duty to your friends. Reach out to one person. Your duty to your environment. Clean your room. As the Stoic proverb goes, get busy with life's purpose. By throwing yourself into right action, you accomplish two things. First, you rebuild your self-respect. Every completed task is a brick laid in the foundation of your new life. Second, you create momentum. Action creates energy, which leads to more action. Inertia keeps you stuck in the past. Momentum pulls you into the future. Don't think your way into acting. Act your way into a new way of thinking and being. 9. Amor fati. Loving your fate. This is the pinnacle of Stoic practice. Amor fati is a Latin phrase that means, a love of one's fate. It was famously embraced by the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who was deeply influenced by Stoic thought. It means to not just accept what happens, but to embrace it, to love it, because it is a part of your life's journey. Can you find a way to be grateful for your heartbreak? Not for the pain itself, but for what it has forced you to become. This experience is now a part of your story. It has carved depth into your character. It has taught you lessons you would have learned no other way. It has made you more empathetic, more resilient, and more aware of your own strength. Look at your life, with all its joys and all its sorrows, and say, this is my path. I would not have it any other way, because it has made me who I am. To love your fate, including the heartbreak, is the ultimate act of defiance and freedom. It means the universe can throw anything at you, and you will not only withstand it, you will use it as fuel for your growth. You transform your greatest wound into your greatest source of strength. Rebuilding after heartbreak is not about returning to the person you were. That person is gone. This is about using the principles of Stoicism to construct a new, more resilient, more self-aware, and ultimately more powerful version of yourself. It is a journey from fragility to antifragility, where you don't just withstand shocks, you grow from them. This path is not easy, but it is simple. It requires daily practice and discipline. Start with just one of these points today. Practice acceptance. Reframe one negative thought. Take one small, purposeful action. If this guide has helped you, if you feel a spark of hope that you can not only survive this but thrive because of it, then you are exactly who we make these videos for. The journey of self-mastery is a long one, and we are here to walk it with you. Help us build this community of resilience. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Your support allows us to keep creating content that empowers and heals. Thank you for watching. Be strong. You have this.